So, you feel like you're too old to start dancing. You feel like it's too late. You're too embarrassed to go to a dance studio and get shown up by all these kids.
It wasn't until high school that I got into dance studio, and I even thought then that I was too old to do that.
You feel like your brain won't be able to memorize all the moves that come after one another, or that your goals are just too far from where you're starting and you wouldn't even know what to do. You just know that you love music and dance, but can't seem to take the first step.
Ballroom studio opened up 2 blocks away from my house. I walked past it for an entire year, and then I took the plunge.
Sure, you may have a small part of you that regrets not having started 10 years ago or even 3 months ago, but this may actually work to your advantage.
I hear people that are feeling discouraged about their age and getting started dancing. They're like actually pretty young. They're like 20 something every time I hear about it. I think they feel that way because they're comparing themselves to people who started when they were kids or when they were teenagers, or all the super popular people on YouTube that are super young. And I don't think they realize how much of a 1% that is. You have to realize that now at your age, you're mature enough to stick to disciplines, whereas maybe if you started when you were a kid, you might not have been mature enough to really progress at all.
You know, Tony's right. You have all these life experiences that made you into a more disciplined person than you were 10 years ago. And now you can be more deliberate and efficient with how you learn dance. So, what do I do?
Practice daily. I try to do something for dance every day, and that could be flexibility, that could be, strength conditioning, that could be choreography, just something every day.
I take classes online with Steezy, even though I have my own studio. I'm a mother of 2, I'm a wife. Again, I have my own business, so I need something that's convenient. And once or twice a week, or whenever I can fit it in, I can take a class online.
So I'll usually learn a piece on Steezy, so I have the steps, because learning the steps doesn't really get my heart rate up, but when I drill that piece, it gets my heart rate up. So I'll take an hour just to drill it and drill it and drill it, and I'll watch my heart rate and pace myself so that my heart rate stays in a certain zone. I gotta do this cardio anyway, so it's either gonna be the treadmill or Steezy dancing. I'd rather dance, because then I get a skill that I get to improve on, and I get my cardio in.
All right, we're taking classes, learning choreography, trying new styles, getting better and better. But there's still that nagging voice in the back of my head that says, what's the point?
There's no time frame that you need to be a dope dancer by, but you need to get your exercise anyway. I stay disciplined that way by thinking of it as this is my workout. I got to get this in, and I'm just committed to this. Sometimes I don't feel like dancing, but I do it anyway, and then I feel good that I pushed myself to practice.
And the only way to continually quiet that voice is to take action. And an easier way to take that action is to look at dance as having multiple purposes. Like Tony said, you can dance as exercise. You can dance as a form of therapy or stress relief. You could dance as a group activity with your friends and family. And dancing with others is also a great way to hold yourself accountable.
In addition to online, I would definitely recommend, once the COVID-19 crisis is over, to join a group because so much of dancing is learning about your relationship to the floor, your relationship to the other dancers, and being able to move in a 3-dimensional space.
Speaking of dance community, thank you so much to our Steezy Studio community members, Liz, Paul, Denisha, and Tony, for sharing your stories. Here are some final words of inspiration from our friends.
Don't overthink it, man. It's you and music. That's all that dancing is. I danced because of the way music made me feel, not because I wanted to be an amazing dancer. It was just me and music, and we had a connection. So it's the way my body feels when I hear certain songs,
Just don't let it stop. Don't let it stop you. Keep going.
So you're never too old. You need to start dancing today, and remember to stay safe and keep dancing.
Don't wait for the party, be the party. It's never too late, you're never too old.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe. You know what? I'm actually gonna let one of our guests take this one.
Thank you guys for listening to my story. Subscribe to Steezy's channel on YouTube and sign up for their free 7-day trial. Leave a comment down below sharing your story, and we will see you next week.